Hi, I'm Joy. Welcome to my channel. This is Yoga with Joy. So we're going to be doing a fairly short little full body stretching, strengthening sequence. And so you might or may not want any extra props, but yeah, just modify if you haven't got anything, that's absolutely fine. And we'll see how we go.
Oh, radiant sun, pure consciousness, flaming orb of truth and bliss, remove the veil so I can see, illuminate my heart, awaken me.
Let's start by centering, placing one hand on the heart and the other hand on the belly area. And just take a moment to really check in with your breath. See how you're feeling today, see how your thoughts are, how your body's feeling. And you can just rest with anything that's coming up, that's totally fine. You don't need to push them away or anything. Just be with whatever's happening right now. And then gently opening your eyes. Welcome. We'll just start by having a little look over either side, stretching out your neck. Just a couple of times. And then forward. And then over to the side, it's really gentle. Lifting up, over to the other side. With the breath, so you're exhaling as you go over. And that's great, and then lifting up. And we'll take the shoulders forward. And the shoulders back. And then placing the left hand down and the right hand up. Just going over to the side. Exhale over. So just breathe into this side stretch. Nice, gentle breaths. And over to the other side. Lots of sighing and deep breath is good. Sighing's always good. And then bringing yourself into a twist. So inhaling, lengthening, and exhale, softening into the twist. So you'll have one hand on the opposite knee and the other hand behind. Lengthening through your crown. A few gentle, deep breaths. And then bring yourself forward. And then over to the other side. That's lovely, yeah, just really feel into it and really breathe into the stretch. So using your breath to guide your move, your twist. And then exhaling, bringing yourself forward. Fantastic, great. Okay, so bringing the feet together, open like a book, having a little maybe massage of your arches. Any area that's feeling a little bit sore. And then lift up. Inhaling and then exhaling, moving yourself forward. So your feet will be probably about a foot away from your inner thigh, groin area. Really lengthen on the inhale and soften on the exhale. Gentle stretching. And then gently bringing yourself up, closing your knees. Bring your hands behind. So careful with your wrists if you get sore on the wrists, and just Gently windscreen wiper the knees from side to side. Lovely. And then we'll place the right foot, right ankle onto the left thigh area. We're just coming into a kind of seated pigeon. I don't know if I've just made this one up, but so it's like you're stretching like in pigeon, but you're inhale forward, exhale back. You might want to come up into your hands a little bit more, or turning the hands round. See what's right for you with your hands. Stretching out here, this glute muscle here. And then moving over to the side, lifting up this hand here, stretching over, and then bringing the hand down, moving over to the other side, stretching up this hand, and then bringing yourself back, and then releasing the leg and just giving yourself a bit of a point and flex of your leg. You can have it either resting on the mat or lift it up. And then circling your foot around one way, then the other way. And then placing it down. And so then we're bringing up the left foot onto the right thigh near the knee. And gently stretching. So you'll be feeling the stretch here and maybe up here. Just really feel into where it is. Exhale, forward, inhale, back. So you're breathing in, breathing out so as you come forward. And inhale as you come back. Feel a bit like a bellows. Stoking the fire. Lovely. And then exhale down, lifting up your hand. Placing the hand down. Inhale up and then exhale the other way. Stretching over. Nice, good. And then bringing yourself back up. Fantastic. Releasing the foot down, and we'll just either lift it or place it down on the mat or the floor, and just pointing and flexing the foot. And then turning the foot around one way and then the other way, and then placing the legs down. Fantastic, good, great. That's nice. And then bringing yourself up onto all fours. And we'll just bring the hands out a little bit, so the knees are under the hips, but the hands are further forward. And we'll exhale back. Inhale forward, stretching up into a kind of very high cobra. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Inhale. Exhale. And then bring yourself up, hands below the shoulders. And we're going to bring one leg up, so the right leg is coming up and the right arm is coming up. So really holding into your pelvic floor, your mula bandha is lifting. And your core muscles, so all around your pelvic floor and your abdominal muscles and your back muscles, all lifting. And then exhale down. Inhale up, so you're taking breaths while we're here. The other side. Right hand, left leg, flexing the left foot. Strong in your core muscles. Navel back to spine. And then releasing down on the exhale. Fantastic. Okay, so opening up your knees, touching your toes, coming back into child, sinking back to Balasana. Taking a moment here in child pose. And then lifting up the right hand, threading it through. So we're coming into, it's thread the needle, but it's in child. So you're doing it, it's a little bit more contained. And then lifting up your arm. It's kind of a bit more restful if we do it up from cat. And placing the hand on the sacrum, all round, tucking it round into your thigh. See where it wants to go. And then bringing the hand back down. And then coming back into child, lifting up the left hand and threading it through. So you're on your left shoulder. Lift up the right hand. Then you might be putting it on the sacrum or tuck it into your thigh. Lovely deep breaths. And then bringing yourself back up and coming in. Your arms straight. Bring your knees so they're hip width apart, and bring your hands a bit further forward, turning the toes around and coming into a hover. Really holding in your abdominal muscles, lovely, really feeling strong. And then lifting up and back towards the knees, so you're in half downward dog. So you've got bent knees and your chest is, we're encouraging our chest towards the knees. And then lift up on tiptoes into an acute dog. And then exhaling, bringing the feet down and walking out your dog. And then walk the feet towards the hands. And you're just hanging here, lifting through the arches of the feet, lifting up your toes, and then moving over to the left side, bending the right knee. So your hands are over to the left. Bringing the hands back to centre. And then the hands over to the right, bending your left knee. And then back to centre. And then taking hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. It might be that that doesn't happen for you, and that's fine. But if you need to bend your knees, then please bend your knees. Placing your thumb into your big toe. And then looking forward. And then exhale. Really exhaling, stretching forward. And take a few breaths here. Lifting up your core muscles here, so you're making room for you to come down a little bit more. Just listening to your body. If you need to bend your knees more, then please do. Making sure you don't lock out the back of the knees anyway. You don't want to overstretch your ligaments. Lifting up, inhale, and then bringing your hands underneath your feet. So we just did Hatha Padottasana, so that's hand to big toe, and now we're doing Badhakonasana, so feet, Pada, on your hands, Hasta. So really, this is a strong stretch. So really see if it's okay for you, and if it's not, opt out of this one. It's a lovely stretch though if it works for you. Just, finding what's right for you. And then we'll gently ease out. We'll release and then we'll ease out the knees a little bit. And then gently rolling up, one vertebra at a time. Lifting up into Tadasana. So your head will come up last. You'll be stacking one vertebra at a time and head up last. Opening up shoulders a little bit, planting your feet, lifting up through the arches of feet, lifting up your toes and gently placing them down. Tucking in your tailbone, soft jaw, loose lips. And then bringing yourself wide into a warrior two. So nice, strong warrior two legs. Your knee is over your ankle and of your right foot, and your left foot is slightly turned in, lifting through the arches of the feet. That's lovely. Opening up into warrior two, lifting your mula bandha, your pelvic floor. That's great. And then hands to the waist, turning, facing forward, bending the knees, and then gently coming down into a wide leg forward fold. If you need blocks here, this is perfect to have like blocks or anything like that. If you need it, I need to have them, but you can bend your knees as well. Inhaling, having a little look up, bring yourself back up. Then turning into warrior two on the other side. It's heel to arch alignment. So left heel, right arch. Opening up, and you should be able to see your big toe, your left big toe on the inside of your knee. Soft shoulders. Lifting up your toes if you need to. Lovely deep breaths. Perfect. Strong warrior. And bringing the hands down to the hips again, coming forward. Then we'll bring ourselves in a little bit and we'll come down to, put your hands on your thighs, we'll come down to Malasana, the yogi squat, and bringing your hands into the heart. So again, blocks or books or something is really good. If you find it's really hard to come down into squat, you put them behind in your on your heels, underneath your heels. Just a moment in this. Oh, hip opener. Nice. And then bring yourself down onto the mat. And cross-legged. And while we're here, before we finish, we'll gently come into the seated cat while we rock forward and back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Lovely. Okay, so coming to stillness, bring the hands to the heart. And just taking a moment to thank yourself for this practice we've shared together. Taking the time for, just looking after your body, looking after your nervous system, that's super important. And feel into, check in with how you're feeling again. And namaste. And thank you for joining me in this practice. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and you can comment below with any feedback or ask for any videos. That's so great when people ask for videos. I love it because then I get to make them, and it's yeah, just nice to know that somebody has asked me for a video. It's more enjoyable in a way. And yeah, and like this video if you found it helpful. And lots of love. See you again soon.
Radiance and pure consciousness, flaming orb of truth and bliss. Remove the veil so I